We're here at the Charles J. Ping Recreation Centre to find out what sports are available to students here at Ohio University.
Let's go inside.
Alright. Alright, here we have football, or as you Yanks like to call it, soccer, also available at the Ping Centre, there. And it's basketball, going for a 3. Nope, didn't make it. Alright. Oh, here goes Michael Jackson. He's going to storm the court. Look at him go. He's going to, and he missed it. Play shame. And weightlifting, going to beef up for the ladies, right? And kung fu, which is very important. There's a rogue packs and ninjas. It's a big problem these days. But more importantly, we have a squash, but we think it's racquetball, so let's learn the rules to a different sport. Alright, so we're with Vic and he's going to teach us the rules of racquetball, so we can with pleasure and learn how to play. Right, so what are the basic overall rules as far as the court goes, where you stand?
Well, it's very similar to racquetball. The person hits the ball, the second person has to pick up the ball before it bounces twice. The serving rules is that you really have to have at least 1 foot in the quarter circle, as you see there. When the person is touching that quarter circle, he hits the ball must hit the wall above the red line that you see there, and below the top red line. At no point can the ball bounce outside any of the red lines that you can see that kind of run the court. Now, once the ball is hit, bounces back, it must bounce beyond the first red line that you see here on the court. It must bounce. It must have bounce on the walls of the glass side towards our side, and it also must bounce on that side of the court. After that, you have to just hit the ball back so that it has at least 1 touch on the wall, just like racquetball.
At this point, we realise we're not learning about racquetball, but in fact something called squash, which is rather confusing since I thought it was like a vegetable or something. Either way, let's get back to the clip.
At no point, like I said, must the ball touch any part of the ball outside of the top red line. If it touches outside, it's out. And the opponent must hit the ball back before it bounces twice. So you can hit it back, or you can hit it right after 1 bounce. That's about it.
How many points is it played to?
It's played till 10 points.
10.
And some other minor differences between this and the racquetball is...
At this point, the mate seems to speak for about an hour and a half, and to keep you from going completely out of your mind, I'm going to sum it up for you. Basically, he talks about things and stuff which we don't really understand. And the game is actually played to 13, not 10 like you said. He's a liar. I don't know what to tell you about that. Oh, and so we're going to cut to the end, right about, now.
So what happens if the ball hits the ceiling?
If the ball hits the ceiling, it is out because it's outside the red line. It is out, it is out, it is out because it's outside the red line. And Belul over here has a better idea of the techniques of the racket.
This is Belul. He is an epic squash player. However, we do not understand a single thing he says. Therefore, our knowledge of racquetball and squash is extremely limited.
Yeah, they actually are documenting a few things about squash.
Actually, we're documenting things about racquetball and not squash. However, the mate doesn't know this, so we just let him go anyway. Couldn't hurt.
So I gave him a basic rule set that says how you serve from the quarter circle and so on. So what they want to talk about is techniques of swinging and so on. I've given
I mean, no professional or anything, but it's just
just fair class.
I just serve so that because if it's a direct serve, I mean, it's just like bouncing off the wall. That's like fairly easy to take. I mean, if it's just a normal.
Alright, at this point we realise there's no hope in listening to what he says. I mean, it's complete rubbish and gibberish. For God's sakes, I'm not really sure he speaks English really. But so to sum it all up for you, he talks about your wrist or twist or some sort of action involving the hand and hitting the ball, perhaps. I'm not really sure. I wasn't paying attention that well. But anyway, we're just going to cut to the end. End your suffering. Now that we've learned how to play racquetball on our own, I think we're going to come back and play a little later.
Let's go check out something else.
Alright, let's go. Dude, we'll play all for this. Let's go do something else. We're going to play some racquetball. After all, we did fucking learn how to do it, didn't we? Alright, well, after being thrown out of racquetball, proving we're dreadful at basketball, this is a summary of what we've learned. First off, we weren't playing racquetball, we were playing squash, which is one of the reasons we were thrown out. And second off, the ceiling is apparently 3 points. The wall is bounced off of and it has to get past the red line, which is not that heavy, you can imagine.
If you cut, you get a foul shot from the foul line.
And that's worth 2.
Yes.
No,
it's worth 1, but you get 2 shots.
You get 2 shots. And then it's all in the twist. You got a twist.
No, it's all in the wrist. I'm telling you, it's all in the wrist. I heard him say wrist.
I twist.
I heard him say wrist.
That's just what I'm thinking. Either way.
So what were we playing again?
I think it was squash, because squash has a line. Maybe. I'm not. Alright, either way, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And back to the class.
Report.